Okay, so driving a car off-road. This is off-road to be a kind of an extreme case. You likely will be doing on-road situations, so they'll be actually quite a bit smoother than this terrain is. Um, but what I've discovered is that I can go ahead and add a terrain. This is a height map terrain, and if I go and select it in my scene, um, you need to go into the Materials tab all the way at the bottom and check the Enable Terrain Physics box. I usually set the collision margin to 0 or something small, elasticity to 0, and then I crank up the friction to maximum so I don't want the car slipping. You can have it lower, but the car may slip a little bit. Like the rear wheels may slip forward or something. So if that's what you're after, then that's great. But for driving on off road, I want it to be as grippy as I could. So I just put 99999. Um, and so if I drive the car on here, because it's an uneven surface and the car itself is going to stay level, you'll see the wheels go in and out of contact. See, this wheel's not rotating because it's not on the ground at all. But as it comes down the hill, it switches, and now this one is floating. And you may sometimes get rear ones floating as well. So that's not ideal. So we want to compensate for that. Um, and there's two things we're going to do. The first and easiest to do, and you probably will do this for when you have ruts and roads and things like that, is go and grab the wheels of the car. Do this after you've set up all your, car wheels and things, because then they'll be attached to these, and you're going to move these wheel dummies. And all you're going to do is push them down into the ground a little bit. You don't need to go too far, just a bit to make sure that wheel that was above the ground is down into the ground just a little bit. And what that will do is the ground will push the wheels back into the proper place when you play it. Um, but the setting will want to push the wheel back towards the position you set it in. So you end up with kind of a mock-up of suspension, which actually works pretty well. So now if I play this, you can see the wheels are tracking much, much better. You might end up with some like that, so be a little careful to not put it down too far into the ground. Um, but for the most part, I got pretty good results there. So you have to play with that. It can be a very small amount that you need to go down sometimes. Okay, so the other thing you can do, um, because the car normally will just travel upright. Things that follow paths will travel upright. Actually, that's not technically true. What's actually happening is they're following the orientation of the path, and the path is upright. So if I select the path here, and I go into Edit Point, and then I select this point here, and then I go to the Edit Point Orientation, I can then rotate the point. And what I'm going to do is make that so it's more perpendicular with the terrain here. And so I'll just rotate that a little bit. And see how it's rotating the vehicle because the vehicle is following the path exactly. So I'm going to put that like that. And then this next one, I'm going to probably rotate a little bit as well. I'm guessing that's going to be about like that. This one perhaps as well, but I think it's getting pretty straight there. So let's just do that little bit and see what it does. So now rewind. You can leave this on for testing. You don't actually need to switch it off. So let me then play this. Now you can see the car is rotated, following the terrain with the rotation better. And then it went back to level. Okay, so I think I do need to rotate this one a little more. And that might fix that wheel issue there that we were having. So I'm going to rotate that to about there. And then I'm going to try it again. and that was a much nicer rollover there. Okay, so I think that's going to pretty much solve all your issues, is just adjusting those couple of things to make your car drive on the terrain better. Okay, till next time.